life again. So people, as you know, all yesterday I do my cake baking, and my cake is right here, people. So let me get my camera turned around so you people can see. So yes, have a one. My cake is right here, and I want to show you my cake. So guys, this is my cake right here. As you all know, yesterday I was baking my cake, and now my cake is done. And now you have to spray your cake to get it moist, soft, and nice, so your cake not dry. So this is my cake, people. My cake I baked yesterday, and gotta keep that cake spray. Someone cut out a little tiny piece of my cake. I can show you guys right here. See? Someone cut out a little piece right there, but it's okay. Someone say looking delicious, yummy, and tasty, and of course they want to try it, please. And that exactly what someone did. That exactly what someone did. Yeah, that's exactly what someone did. So guys, this is my cake. And as I tell you guys, I'm not a professional baker. But when it comes to Jamaican black fruit cake, I'm really a pro of tasting cake and knows the cake is a real Jamaican taste cake and stuff like that. This is my second time baked cake in my whole life. But my cake come out so good. So I'm going to cut a slice out of it. Now I don't want to start there because I have my cherries. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, yeah, it's much, much better. I'm not a pro, but I can bake my own cake, and that's great. I don't want to mess up this cake. I want it to come out nicely. Ugh. Wow, look at this, people. Look at my cake. Oh, look at my cake. Having one. I don't know what went on over here, so give me a second. I'm over my Facebook page also, so something went wrong over here. So just give me a second, Pepper. Let me see what is it went on. Uh, oh. What is it going on right here? Okay, trying to connect. Oh, so I'm back again on track. Okay, very good. So yes, people, this is my cake right here. So you see how my slices are thick and look yummy. Look at this, people. So this right here is my cake. Ooh, I'll take out a big slice. So this is my cake right here, people. And this is my second time in my whole life ever bake a Jamaican cake. Ever. But I watched my sibling when they baking cake when I was younger, and I'm the one used to be the tester, the taster, to give them the taste of the flavor and those type of thing. And I'm the one used to do the mixing and those type of thing. But I never bake cake. And this is my second cake I ever baked. And look at it. Look at the slice. How it just thick. The slice just thick and nice. And I'm going to taste a little piece of it. As I said, I am not a cake eater. I try to skip on these things, but of course, I want to taste my cake. And of course, a small portion size won't hurt. This is it I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about. Jamaican black fruit cake. And it's just right here up in my house. And it just right, a slice is right here in my plate, right here. This is what I am talking about. The real Jamaican fruit cake. You want to get that flavor. You want to get that taste. You don't want to taste just cinnamon powder. You don't want to taste just almond in your cake. You want to taste the real Jamaican flavor. And it just right here. It just, yummy. Delicious. My son going to love this cake. Not bad. Come out real good. For the second time in my whole life baking my cake. For me to go out and purchase a size cake like this, it will cost me maybe $100. So this Christmas, I saved some money in my pocket. Because even though I don't mess with cake, you know, when my kid come over and stuff like that, like Christmas time, I want to have a cake, you know. I'm a Jamaican person, so of course, you know, I want to keep up with my culture. And of course, I want to have my cake, my wine, and those type of thing around. But this here, this here, I make sure I bake my home cake. And guys, somebody take a small piece. Somebody take a little tiny piece there. But guys, look at my cake. This is just what I'm talking about. My cake is not flat. You know, sometimes you bake the cake, a lot of certain ingredients, and you put everything in that cake. But when you pour it out and the cake is baked, it's just flat. My cake is not like that. I make sure to the portions, the size of the cake I'm baking, I make sure I have the right ingredients for it. And trust me, people, I'm going to show you again, people, because maybe some people don't know. This is what I use instead. Take a good look at it. I had all my ingredients for a Jamaican black fruit cake. And I had this to, instead flour, because this already come with its own ingredients and everything in it. So what I did, I just skip on my sugar, and flour and baking powder, because everything already in this. And it's just my idea to come up. The first time I bake cake, I tried to use this and had the ingredient to see how it would come out. And it come out so good. So good. No one didn't know, because the first cake I baked it for a Christmas get together. And no one didn't know all my ingredients. But now I'm baking my cake. I want to just come out to the public to show them how I bake my Jamaican fruit cake. And it's just easy and simple. You want to make sure you soak all your fruits, all your ingredients, step by step and everything, and had your eggs, your butter, and everything. But you need no sugar and no flour. You just, all I did, I just replaced this for flour and sugar. All I had is just my egg and all my fruit cakes ingredients, and that's it. And my cake come out so nice, so delicious, and so tasty. And look at the slice. It's just thick, and it just, this is what I'm talking about right here. You know, this is what I'm talking about. So, you know, people, sometimes we may look and, you know, go out there, we taste some cake, it tastes real good, we want to purchase a cake, but you can bake your own cake. Like, try and bake a small cake first to see how that small cake come out first, and then you take it from there and add extra ingredients to that when you're going to bake a bigger cake. And that's it. That's it so far, because that's exactly what I did. The first time I'm baking a cake, I was baking it for a Christmas function, and what I did first, I baked a small tiny cake to see how it would come out, because I'm not a professional in cake baking. I have to be very honest. And after I baked that little small tiny cake, the following day, that's when you're going to get the taste of the cake. Like, I baked this cake last night. I show you guys how I had my ingredients, everything. I poured it in the baking pan, put it in the oven and everything. But today, now is when I'm getting the real taste from this cake. The real taste, to see if the cake need anything. If I didn't had enough stuff into it, this cake didn't need anything. It was fine. It was just this cake is just good. No sugar. I don't have no extra sugar apart from what in this box already, in this mixture. That's all. And I just used a pack, a pack and less than a half, because I did use some to make a cake on the day before. That's in Thursday night. I baked a cake for my grandson, a non-alcohol cake. I baked for my grandson, and that cake come out so good, you know. So this just give me the urge and everything, like when it come around to holidays time, just to bake my home cake. And I'm so happy for what I literally did, you know, just get all my ingredients and bake my home cake. And, you know, come up with this idea to replace these ingredients instead flour, because these ingredients already, this package already had its own ingredients. So all you need to have is just your butter and your egg. Then you're going to add your fruit cakes ingredients, and that's all it takes, people. That's all it take. All it take right here. Just look at my slicer, just thick. My cake is not falling. You know, some cake bacon, they just flat. You only get it this much. No, look at my cake. Look at that, how thick. See? Look at it. Oh my God, this is good. I love it. I love what I did, and I'm proud of myself for what I did. You know what I mean, people? So, people, if you haven't baked your Christmas cake as yet, please go ahead and bake your home cake. It's not late. Christmas is Wednesday. Today's Saturday. Tomorrow you can go and grab your ingredients. You know what I mean? Grab your ingredients, get all your ingredients, and just blend them up and just make your own cake. You're going to surprise. You're going to say, wow, you wish you ever know things like this, these type of ideas of you would make your own cake. So guys, don't hesitate. Just go ahead and bake your own cake, just like what I did, bake my home cake. So I just take out the small piece just to show you people. And I'm going to put back this slice in. I have to be raw. Because as I mentioned it, you know, I watch my food intake. Of course, I'm going to have small pieces certain time of my cake, but I don't just want to cut a slice of cake and just eat cake, because I try to really stay away from eating cake and stuff like this. But of course, you know, my culture is Christmas time, where everyone have their fruit cake in their home and stuff like that. And why not for me just to have one? But it's just to discipline myself not to overeat. That's all. Not just discipline myself not to overeat in the cake. And I'm very, very disciplined when it comes to eating. I'm very disciplined. See, I just have this small portion, and that's it. You know, Christmas Day, when my son came over, and my grandson already had my grandson cake, And when my son come over, I'm gonna give most of this to my son. I may have a small piece of myself, of course, because I said it's holiday, but we just have to discipline ourselves and those type of thing, not to overeat, But I just want to make sure, it's Christmas holiday coming up, and I'm very excited about Christmas. I love Christmas holiday. It just everything about just beautiful and sweet for me. So I try, my culture, to have my wine, my cake. I'm not going to do my rum punch maybe tomorrow, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my rum punch. Sorrel drink, I'm going to literally skip on sorrel drink because, as I mentioned, when I was younger, the way I grew up was consuming sorrel drink. Getting older, working in the medical field, study and research, I get to get the knowledge of how to consume sorrel drink. It's not the way we consuming it. So I kind of cut back in the sorrel. I literally cut sorrel out. If I make sorrel, I use a small portion size to add maybe to my drink. You could make a fruit punch, you could have a small portion, but just keep consuming a lot of it. It's not really the way for me to consume it. I'm not telling other people out there not to drink sorrel drink, but not I don't want to. I kind of leave that out, but I will literally going to make my fruit punch tomorrow, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my fruit punch. And guys, I wanted to get me some roast tomorrow, and I'm going to season my roast up and show you guys how I season it up, how I put it together, and those type of things, because I'm trying to do the roast for my son. Christmas time, I love my kid, and I love to see they happy, with that brightness and that smile on their face. And of course, it's Christmas time, when holidays time coming around, especially Christmas time, where we all excited about it. I just love to do something special for my children. My younger child is here, but of course I still want to do what I can do, like cooking something special on Christmas Day, So I'm gonna get a piece of roast tomorrow, and then I'm going to show you guys how I season up my roast and just put it down and leave it there until Christmas Eve. I start to cook. Then the seasoning soak ahead of time in that meat, because I love when I'm cooking, like especially for Christmas. I love to have my meat seasoned up for ahead of time, not just the appointed time when I'm ready to cook. I love my meat seasoned up and just sit there in the fridge and just soak and start get and seasoning. So whenever I start to cook, guys, I had to tell you the truth. My neighbors, they would just knock my door, and they was like, "What are you cooking? It smells so good." Because nothing like when you season your meat ahead of time and let that seasoning soaking in that meat. And when you put that meat in the stove or in the oven, it just like that, the smell alone just telling you what's going on. And that's just exactly what I am doing. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys like this video. And don't forget to like and comment and let me know what you think about my cake. This is my second time baking, guys. I have to be a real person, not to come in here to express myself like I am a professional pro when I am not one. I am not a professional pro in the cake baking, but I am so thankful and grateful for my ideas and everything that I come up with, my thoughts and everything, and, put my ingredients together. And I just have a nice cake for Christmas. And, I saved some dollars in my pocket, which that is great. So anyway, people, see you all next time. Bye-bye.